There is a quiet fear most people never say out loud. It shows up in the mirror one morning, in the stiffness of the joints, in the hesitation before climbing stairs, in the subtle realization that the body no longer feels automatic. And beneath that fear is a deeper assumption, that aging is a downhill path, that strength belongs to the young, and that biology only moves in one direction. But this assumption is not rooted in science. It is rooted in observation without understanding. The body does not age linearly. It ages conditionally. Every cell in your body is governed not by time, but by signals. Signals of abundance or scarcity. Signals of safety or threat. Signals of use or neglect. When those signals are misunderstood, the body drifts toward fragility. When they are mastered, something unexpected happens, aging slows, function improves, and strength re-emerges, not as youth, but as resilience. Muscle is not merely tissue. It is an organ of longevity. It regulates glucose, stabilizes hormones, protects bones, and communicates directly with the brain through myokines, chemical messengers released during contraction. When muscle is challenged, it sends a message to the entire system: adapt or fall behind. This is why resistance training is not optional after midlife. It is not cosmetic. It is genetic instruction. Each deliberate load placed on the body activates pathways that preserve independence, cognition, and metabolic health. Weakness is not a consequence of age. It is a consequence of disuse. Bones respond the same way. They are not static structures slowly crumbling with time. They are living tissues that remodel in response to force. When force disappears, density follows. When force returns, rebuilding begins. The body does not surrender unless it is told to. And then there is metabolism, the silent engine behind energy, clarity, and disease risk. For decades, we blamed calories. But the real story is flexibility. A metabolically healthy body can switch effortlessly between fuels, drawing energy from glucose when needed, fat when appropriate, and ketones when required. Aging disrupts this flexibility not because of years lived, but because of constant overfeeding, chronic insulin elevation, and the absence of metabolic rest. When eating becomes constant, repair becomes rare. Periods of not eating, intentional, controlled fasting, restore this balance. They lower insulin, activate AMPK, increase NAD+, and initiate autophagy. Cells begin to clean house. Damaged mitochondria are removed. Inflammatory signals quiet down. The body shifts from growth mode to maintenance mode. This is not deprivation. This is strategic restraint. And it mirrors the environment in which human biology evolved. Stress, when continuous and psychological, corrodes. But stress, when physical and finite, strengthens. Heat exposure through sauna use elevates heart rate, improves vascular function, and increases heat shock proteins that protect against protein misfolding, one of the hallmarks of neurodegenerative disease. Cold exposure trains vascular tone, improves insulin sensitivity, and enhances mitochondrial density. These practices are not extreme. They are reminders. Signals that tell the body the world still demands competence. Sleep is where all of this is integrated. Without sleep, none of these adaptations hold. During deep sleep, the brain clears amyloid waste, growth hormone peaks, immune memory consolidates, and tissues repair. Poor sleep accelerates every marker of aging we can measure. And sleep quality is not accidental. It is governed by light exposure, timing, temperature, and consistency. Morning sunlight calibrates the circadian clock. Darkness protects melatonin. Routine builds predictability. The body thrives on rhythm. Nutrition supports these systems not through excess, but through sufficiency. Protein preserves muscle. Micronutrients enable enzymatic repair. Omega-3s resolve inflammation. Fiber feeds the gut microbiome, which in turn regulates immunity, neurotransmitter production, and metabolic signaling. A diverse microbiome is not a luxury, it is a defense system shaped by what you eat repeatedly. But biology alone does not determine outcomes. The nervous system interprets the world before the cells respond. Chronic fear tells the body it is unsafe. Chronic purpose tells the body it must endure. People with a strong sense of meaning show lower inflammatory markers, better immune resilience, and longer lifespan. This is not poetic metaphor. It is measurable physiology. Aging well is not about chasing youth. It is about earning strength. Strength of muscle, strength of metabolism, strength of mind, strength of routine. It is about becoming the kind of person whose daily habits quietly align with survival biology. Not perfect. Consistent. The body does not need motivation. It needs signals. And once those signals are clear, the response is inevitable. You do not become fragile because you age. You age because systems are no longer challenged to remain strong. Reverse the signal, and the trajectory changes. Not overnight. But steadily. Reliably. Powerfully. This is not about adding years at the end of life. It is about adding life to the years you are already living. And the most radical truth of modern science is this: the body you have now is still capable of adaptation. Still listening. Still waiting for instruction. Strength is not behind you. It is biological potential, patiently responding to what you do next.